All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive. And today, we're going to be tackling Diego Maradona at the 1982 World Cup.
Oh, Maradona.
Now, what a topic.
I mean, you might be thinking,
Yeah.
is Maradona legendary, right?
Sure.
I mean, the hand of God, the goal of the
Right.
century.
Yeah.
But,
86, right.
yeah, exactly. But our source material this time is an article.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's called Diego Maradona at World Cup 1982. The Innocent Devil.
Interesting. Okay.
And it takes a totally different angle.
Okay.
It's written from the perspective of a young fan watching him for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and let me tell you, it wasn't all,
Yeah.
hand of God moments and dazzling footwork.
I see. Yeah.
Ready to see a different side of LP Baby Oro?
Oh, absolutely. Let's do it.
All right, so, I mean, what's so interesting here to me is the context.
Yeah.
Right? We're not talking about Maradona the icon.
Right.
It's Maradona before the legend was really cemented.
Before you became a household name?
Right, exactly.
So we're talking 1982 World Cup in Spain.
All right.
Biggest one yet.
Wow.
24 teams.
Yeah.
Maradona, he's fresh off a world record transfer to Barcelona.
Oh, huge money.
The pressure's on.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, everyone's expecting magic.
Right.
But Argentina, they lose their opening match to Belgium. And suddenly, teams realize, if we stop Maradona,
Yeah.
we stop Argentina.
Makes sense.
And the way they went about it.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The article doesn't shy away from the sheer brutality that Maradona faced.
I bet.
I mean, these defenders, they were practically mugging him.
Yeah, back then, right?
And the refs,
Oh, forget about it.
they were not handing out yellow cards like candy, let me tell you.
I bet.
It's almost hard to believe reading about it now. Like, one match against El Salvador.
Against El Salvador.
Even the referee gets assaulted.
Oh, wow. Come on.
I mean, you could just picture this young fan, like, in the stands thinking, is this what football is all about?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
What's that?
Even getting hacked to pieces,
Yeah.
Maradona still shows these flashes of brilliance.
He was just that good.
I mean,
right.
Scores 2 goals against Hungary.
Okay.
And he almost single-handedly drags his team through,
Yeah.
you could see the seeds of that 86 dominance.
Oh, yeah.
Even then.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, though, like, if he'd had the kind of protection the players get today,
Oh, interesting.
what could he have done in 82?
Yeah.
You know?
It could have been.
But this tournament,
yeah.
it was less about his triumphs
Okay.
and more about the obstacles he faced.
Oh, I see.
And
Yeah.
speaking of obstacles,
Oh.
enter Claudio Gentile
Oh, Gentile.
and the infamous Italy match.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gentile.
Man, if you needed someone to shut down a playmaker,
Oh, he was your guy.
he was the guy.
But not exactly known for his gentle touch.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
The article calls him a pantomime villain,
I love that pantomime villain.
which if you've ever seen him play,
Yeah.
it's spot on.
Oh, for sure.
It's like the author says.
Yeah.
He came closer to seeing a public assault on a football pitch than ever before.
Oh, man.
So just imagine being that young fan,
Right.
idolizing Maradona,
Yeah.
and watching this guy just dismantle him.
Brutal.
And Gentile,
Yeah.
he wasn't doing anything illegal
Yeah.
by the standards of the time.
That's what's so fascinating, right? It's like today,
Yeah.
half those fouls,
Straight reds.
straight reds, easy.
It really highlights
Yeah.
how the game's evolved
Yeah.
and how much emphasis there is now
Yeah.
on protecting creative players.
Yeah. That's so true.
Can you imagine
Oh, man.
the Twitter meltdown if someone tried that on Messi today?
Forget about it.
But back then,
Yeah.
it was just part of the game.
It was a different game.
So Italy wins.
Yeah.
Maradona's frustrated.
Of course, he's got to be.
And you can sense a turning point in the tournament
Oh, I bet.
for both him and the young fan watching.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for Argentina, I mean, things are about to go from bad to worse.
Oh.
Next up
Yeah.
is the clash everyone's been waiting for.
Oh, yeah.
Argentina versus Brazil.
I mean, talk about a matchup.
Maradona versus Zico.
Oh, wow.
Two of the biggest names in football going head to head.
Right. It's like Ali Frazier, but with fancy footwork.
Yeah, exactly.
The author talks about,
Yeah.
being torn.
Okay.
He loves Zico.
Right.
But Maradona is this rising star,
Right.
this force of nature.
Yeah.
So this match for him is about picking a side,
Okay.
figuring out who's really the best.
Who's the Jody?
So
Yeah.
talk about pressure, right?
Oh, I bet.
The whole world
Mm.
is watching these two legends duke it out.
Right.
So the match starts.
Right.
And it's electric.
Okay.
I can imagine.
Skill, speed, drama,
Yeah,
everything you'd want.
everything.
But then Brazil takes the lead.
Then,
Things start to unravel for Maradona.
Right.
He's getting fouled.
Yeah.
But the ref's not giving him anything.
I can only imagine the frustration.
Oh, I bet.
Right.
Imagine that, right?
Yeah.
You're Maradona.
Yeah.
You're carrying the weight of a nation on your shoulders.
Right.
And the ref's basically letting the other team just kick you all over the field.
It's got to be infuriating.
That's got to be infuriating.
Yeah.
And it eats at him.
Yeah.
Brazil scores again.
Okay.
And then again,
Yeah.
it's 3-0.
Wow.
And Maradona,
yeah.
he's completely lost it.
Oh, boy.
He lashes out after a bad tackle and
Yeah.
boom,
Red card.
red card.
Oh, man.
The author describes him walking off the field,
Yeah.
almost in tears.
It's a tough scene.
What a gut punch
Oh, I bet.
for that young fan, right?
Yeah.
His hero
Yeah.
sent off in disgrace. It's in disgrace.
Talk about a fall from grace.
Wow.
It's crazy to think about it now.
Right?
Maradona,
Yeah.
the guy who would go on to win it all in 86,
Right.
gets tossed from a game like that.
Unbelievable.
It just shows you,
Yeah.
even the greats
Right.
have their bad day.
Everyone does.
And this wasn't just a bad day.
It was a disaster.
A World Cup dream completely shattered.
Yeah. Heartbreaking.
The article,
Yeah.
doesn't shy away from how heartbroken the author was.
Oh, I bet.
He's disillusioned with Maradona.
Okay.
He's now Team Zico.
All right.
And he's left wondering if Maradona will ever live up to the hype.
Right. Makes sense.
I mean, it's like that moment,
Yeah.
it really cemented the author's perspective
Well, yeah.
on Maradona
Oh, yeah.
for years to come.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the legend we know,
Right.
but this flawed,
Yeah.
fiery player
Yeah.
who let his emotions get the best of him.
Makes
Talk about a turning point,
Oh, yeah.
not just for Maradona,
Yeah.
but for this young fan
Yeah.
witnessing it all.
Totally.
And this is what makes this deep dive so fascinating, right?
What's that?
It's not just a recap of the 82 World Cup.
Okay.
It's a look at how these events shaped someone's entire perception
Yeah.
of Maradona.
From Maradona.
And by extension,
Right.
the sport itself.
Totally.
Totally,
Oh,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
But here's where the article gets really intriguing.
Okay.
It ends with this almost throwaway line
All right.
about Maradona's triumphant return in 86.
Oh, wow.
Almost teasing us with what's to come.
Setting us up.
Yeah, it's like the author saying, hey, stick around, the best is yet to come.
Oh, man. Talk about a cliffhanger.
Hey.
It leaves you wanting more.
Yeah.
Wanting to know how Maradona went from this frustrated, volatile player in 82
Yeah.
to the champion of the world
Yeah.
just 4 years later.
It's incredible.
It's almost like a challenge to the reader
Right.
to go and explore
Yeah.
the rest of his journey.
Right. And that's what's so great about this deep dive.
It's that.
It doesn't just give us information.
Right.
It sparks curiosity.
Oh, I liked
It
it.
makes us want to go out and learn more,
Yeah.
to dig deeper into
Yeah.
Maradona's story.
And isn't that the best kind of learning?
I think so.
The kind that leaves you with more questions than answers?
Yeah.
The kind that pushes you to keep exploring?
Totally. So what does this all mean?
That's a big question.
What are the big takeaways
Yeah.
from this? Look at Maradona's 82 World Cup.
Well, I think it's a reminder that
Yeah.
even the greatest athletes
Yeah,
face setbacks.
they do.
Even Maradona
Yeah,
had his struggles, his moments of doubt
Right.
and frustration.
absolutely.
And it's a reminder that we often see these, iconic figures through a very specific lens.
Oh, yeah.
We remember the triumphs, the
Yeah.
highlight reels,
Of course.
but we kind of forget about the journey,
Yeah.
the struggles that got them there.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's
like we expect these larger-than-life figures to just
Yeah.
appear fully formed
Right.
without any flaws or setbacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But this deep dive into Maradona's, 82 World Cup,
Yeah,
it shows us a different side of him.
it really
We
does.
see his vulnerability,
Yeah.
his temper, his frustration.
Yeah,
It makes him
more human.
more human, more relatable.
Right.
Oh,
And in a way, it makes his eventual triumph in 86
yeah.
even more impressive.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
You know why?
Why?
Because we know what he had to overcome,
Yeah.
what he had to fight through to get there.
To get to that point.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of adversity,
Yeah.
we've talked a lot about the brutal tactics used against Maradona
Yeah.
in this tournament.
Yeah.
It's almost shocking
It's crazy.
to think
that-
about how different the game was back then.
How totally different.
Can you imagine
Oh, man.
Defenders were allowed to get away with that today.
Social media would explode.
Forget about it.
VAR would be going crazy.
I mean,
Every other play would be a red card.
it'd be a bloodbath out there.
It'd be crazy.
But it does make you wonder, though, right?
Yeah.
Would the artistry of players like Maradona and Zico
Yeah.
have flourished even more in today's game
Right.
with more protection?
Yeah.
Or would that same protection stifle some of their creativity?
Oh, that's a good question.
Right.
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
What do you think?
It's tough to say. I mean,
Yeah.
on the one hand, you can't argue against player safety.
No.
But on the other hand, there's a certain
There's a certain...
grit, a certain edge
Oh, yeah.
that seems to be missing
Like, true.
from the modern game.
It's almost like a trade-off, right?
Maybe?
More protection, but maybe a little less magic.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
But the beauty of football is that it's always evolving.
Yeah, that's true.
Who knows what the future holds?
One thing's for sure, this deep dive has given us a lot to think about.
It really has.
You know?
Yeah.
It's challenged our perceptions of Maradona, of the
Yeah.
game itself.
Yeah.
And even of, like, the nature of success
Yeah.
and resilience.
That's true.
And it's left us wanting more, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready for that deep dive into Maradona's '86 World Cup triumph.
Absolutely. I'm there.
Right. That's where the legend truly takes flight.
That's where the legend is made.
But until then,
Yeah.
let's savor the knowledge that we've gained today.
Right.
I think it's a reminder that
Yeah.
even the greatest journeys have their bumps along the way.
They really do.
And sometimes those bumps are what make the destination all the sweeter.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So to our listener, if this deep dive has sparked your curiosity,
Yeah.
I encourage you to go out and explore more about Maradona's incredible journey.
Absolutely.
There's a whole world of stories out there just waiting to be discovered.
Yeah, for sure.
And remember, the best deep dives don't just give you answers.
What do?
They spark new questions.
They spark new questions.
So keep exploring, keep questioning,
Yeah.
and keep diving deep.
Keep diving.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.